Hello everyone and welcome back to what are we playing? I don't even know. We're playing the Minecrafts. We're playing all of the Minecrafts. We're playing on the modded server that Kinama is kind enough to let us experience the joys of modding and moddedness. We're not really modding. That's a lie. So welcome to this rambly video. I honestly don't know what exactly I'm going to be doing today. I'm just building a thing. There's a thing over there. There's some more stuff over here. I don't remember how much stuff we've gone over, so I'm gonna kind of treat this like we haven't done anything, because I don't think we have. Since we went to that dungeon, we found the creeper spawner. What else happened? That's pretty much it, right? Kinama came, put a blaze spawner in there. The blaze spawner turned out to be a bad idea, so we moved it over here. We tidied it up a little bit, so it's a hole now. You can see inside there's things spawning. We're gonna go down here so that arrow, that skeleton doesn't try and shoot me. But yeah, you can see it's all dark. There's an Enderman spawner, a couple of zombie spawners, creeper spawner, skelly spawner. So, do I have any? Ooh, I don't have any gravel. Let's grab some gravel real quick. There's some. You may see me using this pick, and that is not a lie. I am using a pick to mine the dirts, the shovel-based materials, and that's because my pick has the spoon upgrade, which means it works like a shovel. We'll talk about that in a second, and they're ridiculous. You can kind of see Kinema's stuff over there. In terms of videos, Kinema is way ahead of me or way behind me, depending on how you look at it. I tend to look at it as he's way ahead of me because he records all the things he does, unlike me, who just derps around and comes back and says, "Hey guys, look at this. I did this thing. What do you think?" I'm building this almost exclusively out of carpenter blocks. This is really cool, actually. I found this out. This was awesome. So these are all carpenter blocks, right? On the top, it looks like it's this, raw redwood pattern. Zombie, what? Herm? Zombie? Where's zombie? Oh, is he freaking out because he's up there? He's up there building something, and I think a zombie must have spawned on him. He's so used to having the magnum torches. Magnum torch fail? Question mark? Because you have to say the question mark. Yeah, these are pretty cool blocks. So this one is starts out. It's a full block, but you can move it around. You can make it a half slab. You can make it a sideways half slab. If you look over here, I actually did this. So I have some sideways stairs, which is freaking awesome. That's like one of the biggest things I want in vanilla Minecraft, to be able to put sideways stairs. You can also do a sideways slab, which is pretty sweet. I'm not sure how I feel about this. I actually kind of like it. You know what? I changed my mind. I instantly changed my mind. I like it. Lots of... I didn't know hide that. I don't know, but you should see what he dropped. Where is he? Let's go investigate this thing. Yeah. You can take a look at Kinema's base, all those things. We'll try not to spoil anything for him. Now he's still alive? Oh my lord. What the heck? Want. I want it. What is it? Open blocks? Can I craft that? Open blocks. Is that craftable? So, what's it called? Trophy. Nope, dropped. Trophy. Nope, not craftable. Wow. You can build it. You can't even. Oh, Twilight Forest. Interesting. I might have to go to Twilight Forest. That's pretty neat. That's nifty. I want it. I want a trophy. I want an Enderman trophy. Just stick it up on my mantle. That I'm totally gonna build. I think at some point we're gonna have to build a cottage because these blocks are so cool. You can basically put anything on them. Any kind of block. You put a facade on them. Alright, so yeah, that's what I was talking about. Facades. Yeah, this is a carpenter block. It's got that, do I have it on me. I don't have the raw pattern, but you know, it's got the redwood. I was chopping down a redwood tree, so I put that on there raw. But on the bottom, this is the exact same. This is what it has, and this is the stone. It's a chiseled stone pattern. The reason you can do that is because they take facades, so the block itself can be updated to have this texture. But then, if you click on it again with a different block, or the same block, you can see how it's slightly raised, just like snow. And that's now like almost like a carpet level, but it's not. It's not a carpet level because you can put other blocks on it. Well, you could if it wasn't a slab. You know, we can show you up here. So if we put that there, we can then do a different block here. Say this one. Shift click to make sure it doesn't go on. Well, actually, yeah, we should do, bam, there's the facade. You can still see it's got the stone underneath. If we do some raw stone, some smooth stone. Oh, you know what it does? It overlaps. So this is in the snow layer. The snow / and or gravel layer. And I'm sure there's a way to take it off, but I don't know what it is without breaking the block. So there's that. Yeah, so that's cool. I'm going to put this obsidian tile. I think we saw the quarry that I have. That has gotten me quite a bit of obsidian rather easily. So we're going to do an obsidian roof because why not? You know, usually I have the expensive floors. I figure this time we'll have the expensive roof. Just switch it up a little bit. And it could be worse. We could do something crazy like reinforced obsidian. Use like ender blocks. Oh, that's it? I have more. Not on me right now. Or do I? No, not on me right now. So that's fine. We'll grab some more at another time. We won't bother you with that. Actually, maybe we will bother you with that. Let's do this bottom part first, though. I need to get some. I think I'm using the cobblestones for this. Am I? Or nope, that's a lie. It's a filthy lie. I'm using poison. I think it's called poison? Yeah, poison stone brick. It's not actually poison, don't worry. I'm gonna be fine. I think what I want to do with this building is to put my applied energistics in here. So I'm gonna use this as kind of like my home storage computery type deal. Maybe we'll put like a computer terminal in there somewhere. I may need to use a turtle to get some Ender IO heads too, because Kinama I was talking to Kinama about this, and the grinder that we have here uses an actual extra utilities grinder, which is good. You know, it gets all the ooh, that's not what I wanted. Whoops. Let's take this out. It gets all of the mob essence, which is great for the wither skeleton farm. Wait, hang on. Yeah, because wither skeleton farm, that's what this is. It spawns wither skeletons. You can see we have a row of chests here. 6 wither skulls, that's in like a day. Suck it, nerd. I know you're watching. Yeah. So, but we do need to get some Ender IO heads. Kinama gave us a few because he got a bunch. But I really do need some if I'm going to be doing some things with dimensional transceivers, and I do intend to. I can make a couple probably. The problem right now is the Osadatic comparator. Let's go to Ender IO. This one. So there's 3 comparators, right? Capacitor, I mean, not comparator. Basic, which is, you know, really basic, super easy. I can make like a bajillion of these. This one uses the energetic alloy, which is, I think, golden glowstone, and redstone, and that's harder because I need the glowstone, which I don't, you know, I don't get that from the quarry, so that's a little harder to come by. I have to kind of go to the nether and find it. I tend to get what I need and then come back and use it, and then I need 2 of those capacitors to make 1 of these, plus vibrant alloy, which actually isn't that hard. I do have a steady source of, oh, but I do need energetic alloy still. See, that's where it's hung up. But I do have plenty of pearls. We can see that in a second. Should probably get some new armor. You can see my fancy pink amethyst armor. This is really great, actually. It has really high durability. Or does it? I thought it did. Maybe I was wrong. Wonder what the diamond is. Anyway, apparently it's really good. It definitely gives diamond level protection. But yeah, I don't know why I'm looking in here, to be honest with you. I just kind of am. I really need to get the ME storage up because my storage right now is all over the place. You can see my inventory is full. My pack is full. These chests are pretty much full. Mostly of sequoia, redwood. I want this wood, the raw redwood that I got here. Sweet. And it's makes my inventory pretty much full again. Yeah, you can see actually this is where everything goes to for the grinder here. You can see we're running super low on essence. It takes all the essence out of here. Even when I stand here, it fills up. It goes right into the thing. It just uses it. I don't need this tank to be this big. Mostly it's just so I don't have to use these pressurized fluid conduits at this point. Yeah. So you can kind of see. I want to go over all of it because, like I said, new when it comes to these mods, and I won't really do justice explaining them. But basically, I've got an Ender IO soul binding slicing thingy set up here, so I can do things with spawners with this. I can do ender crystals with this. So that's really handy with the heads and the soul vials and stuff. Yeah, I may. This really did not turn out the way I wanted it to. This building. I'll talk about that in a second though. This is the storage I have. So basically, it all goes into here. This regular chest. Still got the blaze rods in there, plenty of blaze rods. I've got deep storage for bones, so I can store basically an infinite amount of bones. I have a barrel for gunpowder, so we can store 64 stacks of 64 gunpowders. So however many that is, it's not a better chest, it's a redwood barrel, because I didn't know how to build better chests better barrels at the time, which would have been handy because those are a lot easier to read and see, and they just look prettier, I think. But anyway, it's fine. It's a barrel. So I have 3 chests. They're all maxed out. You can see I've got all the things in them. These do drop diamond stuff, so occasionally I go through and I check for diamond shovels, diamond picks. Occasionally there's diamond armor in here too. These are the heads I get a lot of, the Enderman heads from Hardcore Ender expansion. So you can see I have like 11, 12, something. All the Ender pearls. I should probably just have a chest for Ender pearls. That'd be a lot easier. Just do like another one. Maybe somewhere else. I don't know. Yeah, so that's that. Oh, and this is a void chest. So basically when these are full, this stuff will pump into here. If I tell stuff to come out of these chests, by clicking on this little arrow here, it'll go out. And that basically just will destroy everything in this chest by putting... That is a lot of bows. Why did so many bows drop? Jeez, in a row too. Anyway, yeah, it'll go into this chest and be destroyed. It'll also keep anything from backing up and blowing up these pipes, because that's happened to me before. That creates a mess of items here. Let's talk about this real quick while I'm here, because that's not important right now. This is a big reactor. Right now I have this reactor working at 20%, so the rod insertion is 80% in, so it's not reacting as much. Because I have so much power and I don't need it. You can see I have a double capacitor, 10 million RF, or 10,000 RF I should say, sorry. No wait, it is 10 million. Yeah, 10 million RF here. That's full. Each of these blocks of conduit can hold 5,000 RF, and they do. This reactor itself, the controller can hold 10 million. Again, so that's double the storage. And it looks like it is going down, so that's actually good. It means I'm using it. You have plenty of fuel in there, and if you know what you're looking at, you can see it's not generating a super high amount. It's got 180, so it's higher than anything I've had previously. I think my highest, I think the only output I've had is 20 RF tick. And with those 3 or 4 culinary generators, I've gotten a decent amount, but nothing like this. So this is really good. And this is the most basic level too. There's only 1 fuel rod in here. It's passively cooled, but I do have it sort of automated. So basically, it's outputting The input here is actually in my base, and we'll take a look at that maybe next time we're in there. But this is the output for the waste, the cyanite, and this comes right in here. It follows along this energy conduit, so it saves some space a little bit. I love how these conduits can go into one block. It looks so cool. And there's nerds. Speaking of suck it, nerd. It's like I called him. Hey. From the future. Yeah, it goes right in here. So this is the cyanite reprocessor. There's a water input in the back. You can't really see it because it does take up the full block. But yeah, for every 2 cyanite, I get 1 plutonium, and it goes right into this chest. And I'm going to use that at some point to make a steam turbine. That's going to generate tons of power. There's a Kinama flying around, I believe. Yeah, I think that's pretty much the setup here. This is basically an energy acceptor. So this is going to transfer. Ow. Ow. It's going to transfer the RF into AE energy. So that's really cool. Breaking my stuff, man? I will smack you with my sword. All of it. I may have put that. No, I didn't put that there. I put the other one there. So yeah, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to... Oh, you know what we can do? We'll take a look at the quarry. Because the quarry, and that, I think it's going to be the thumbnail too, because I took a couple pictures of it because it's so freaking cool. So the mining world it starts at level 90, I think, the ground, which is interesting. It basically means you do some really neat things with windmills. So yeah, mining world, you can see we've actually dug up. We all have flight. Nerd, Kinama, and I are pretty much the 3 that are on here the most. Kinama does have some friends who are on here, but I don't think they're really coming back. They kind of played a little bit. Yeah, we all have flight, so you know we all kind of share the same advanced genetic stuff. So we're all generally on the same page. We all have night vision, flight, all that kind of stuff. So do I have any? Did I bring any food here? It doesn't work with the smoked salmon for some reason. I don't know why. It's the strangest thing. I do have a lot of... Oh, wow. I actually have a lot of this. That's going to be really good. Food. I don't think so. No. Alright, so it's going to be frozen. But you can see how much this is done. You can also see it left the fence posts in here from this dungeon. Or this, what do you call it? Mine shaft. Having liquid severely... oh, it is still working. That's good. It's just running very slowly. I think there's only one of the generators is working. Yeah, it's gotten down to bedrock. It kind of goes into the bedrock and gets things from the bottom. I guess it goes right to Y1. Just wait till I go try hard. Bring it. Yeah, and you can see it does mine obsidian. This, especially when it's on 1, it goes so slowly, but it does get it. Yeah, this is so cool. I love this. I can also see this cross section is really neat, but I can also see, and this is really helpful. That is tin. There is diamonds in these walls. There are diamonds in these walls. Is this it? Yeah, I think this is it. Tin. Nope. tin. Well, there is. Is that it? There it is. Diamond. I'm waiting till I get a fortune pick, and I'll come back and get those. I do have lots right now. Like I have 15 diamonds on me, so there's not a whole lot of things I need it for. Like this is really great, this pick, because it does take damage from me. It works like a shovel. Yeah. You're never gonna be on. Come on. You go off. It's fine. Just accept that we are the masters, that I am the master, and my withers can hunt you down. 24 wind turbines, 8 banks, 40 million power. Nice. Very nice. I need to build some more capacitors and then I can have more power too. So yeah, this is kind of telling too. This is a deep storage unit. This is here for the stone. And you can see just from this, I have just shy of 60,000 stone. And what I may want to do with that is create compressed cobblestone. How many can 60,000 get me? 60,000 can get me 1 quintuple compressed cobblestone. That's actually, you need that for something, right? Something really cool. Not that. Portal to Deep Dark. And then I also am going to need some quadruple compressed. So that's interesting. I may need to do something with that. As an experienced miner, you naturally wish to mine deeper and further than ever before into areas of natural wealth. The Deep Dark is a realm far below the void, filled with natural resources and deadly enemies. Some say that the darkness within this realm is alive and will consume any unlucky adventurers who wanders too far into it. Remember to bring torches. Torches will not protect you completely. However, since mobs will spawn at all light levels in the Deep Dark, magnum torches and chandeliers will still prevent spawning. So we'll definitely need to hit up Kinama when we go there, and that is something that we will definitely need to do. That sounds really intriguing, and I actually have the stone to make most of it, not all of it, because you know we do need to build 4 of the quadruple. So we need 1 of these and 4 of these. So that's going to mean, you know, 4 times 6,500 is 25,000 roughly. So we'll need another 25,000 stone, and I am going to set up another quarry zone. Probably not going to run on these culinary generators. It'll probably run on the transceiver that I'm going to work towards. That way, it's all going to be. Sorry about that. It's all going to be in the same chunk. I'll load it all the time, and having. Oh hey, we got another one. Having the big reactor power it is going to just be so much better because it's going to generate so much more power, and the yellow orium that it's going to generate will help us out as well. Oh wow, we got a whole bunch. That's pretty sweet. I'm going to take that, and we're going to run that back to the base because we do need it. So let's shove that in here, and we'll take this out. That's cool. I don't know where that came from. I guess it was hidden under there, and that's the whole point of this, is to get that. Yeah, the thing here is that it doesn't take out lava, so if there's any liquid, it won't go underneath the liquid. So do I have a water bucket? I do. Can I do this here? I think I can, but this may break it. Nope. Let's do one of these. It's really not going to help too much, but a little bit, I guess. Oh, you know what I can do? I can put it right on this. It'll go down. Spray it with water. It'll all be good. And bam. We can do the same thing over here. Boop. Take that back. Boop. And it'll generate me some more obsidian. Take out another layer of lava. Good times. Good times. Yeah, that should work. Yeah, so I'm gonna go and finish up that little base, and then we'll just do a brief look at some of the ME stuff, I think, and we'll be good to go. Okay, so sometime later, I actually have set up a new quarry. Let's see, new quarry. Old one's over there. Kinama's actually got a couple of fancy quarries over there. He's just determined to be better than me. So yeah, what I have here is just a little bit of a cleaner setup. So this time I have a dimensional transceiver that is sending in power. It's not the cleanest setup yet. There's actually some ways I could improve this, I know. But I just set some of this stuff up, so bear with me here. So I've got deep storage for stone, deep storage for dirt. You can see I have a ton of both. Definitely need those deep storage units for this kind of thing. Dimensional transceiver made with Enderman heads and some fancy Ender IO stuff is there. It's hooked up, and we'll see where it is in the other world because we'll go there in a second. And then basically I figured out, I hate these transport pipes are so inefficient. The Ender IO is so much better, but you can't hook it directly up to the quarry. So basically what I did is I hooked it up, the pipes, into this chest. This adjustable chest, which I can move around or I can reuse later. I just kind of had a stack of them, so I figured I'd use them. Didn't create them especially for this. May as well have used a regular chest, right? Yeah, but anyway, so I hooked it right up, the stone pipes right into this chest, and then the Ender IO can take it out of this chest. So this is basically acting as a adapter. The Ender IO then goes into these barrels. So these are a few of the things that I'll have the most of. I'm going to actually change this around, probably remove the gold. Lead I'll get a bunch of. Aluminum I may get some. May add in some copper in here. Definitely needed the gravel. I have tons of gravel still. I had to actually take some out of these chests and put them in there. And you can kind of see too that I have some stuff in here that maybe shouldn't be, because there are barrels for it, but the pipes were just so inefficient it wasn't piping stuff into the things correctly. And the Ender IO is much better with that, so we'll definitely enjoy that. On the end here, I have an Ender chest. This Ender chest is linked up to a white, blue, white setup. So basically, in the other world, I have an Ender chest with a white, blue, white, and yeah. So basically, anything overflowing is going to go in here. I'm going to try. Actually, you know what? I built this right now. Don't know. I have this basic item filter. So I have some diamonds actually on me, so I can do a filter for it. Do I have anything else I might need, or want, or desire? Basically, this is going to go, anything that goes in here is going to go into my applied energistics setup. So we'll whitelist that. Yeah. Yeah, I like it. Of course, now it's not going to overflow. That's fine. For now, it's fine. I do have lots of storage here, so we should be okay. Yeah, and we can work on that later. So it maybe does more things, more of everything, especially as I get more energy cells. But we'll look at that because I don't think we actually set that up yet. So we'll be back once we get back home to look at our new setup. Okay, so we're back and we have arrived at our mountain base. There's the inside. There's our big reactor. And there's that building that I'm going to need to cover up somehow, and just because it's so ugly. Oh my goodness. Yeah, so here's my reactor. You can see it's still generating tons and tons of power. It's hovering right around even, just kind of making a little bit more than we're using right now, which I think is perfect. So that way when we actually have the system, when this thing runs, let's see if we can get it to run. Because when it runs, basically, that's going to take power out of here, which means it'll need to drop some more out. Here we go, we got some spawns. So let's just wait for that grinder to activate. It should happen anytime now. So let's go over here. There it is, it's activating, and can we see it drop down? Yeah, we can. See, so that's perfect. So it'll drop down. We still have a huge buffer here. We have a 10 million buffer here, and another 10 million buffer in here, plus each of these blocks, these power blocks, can hold a little over 5,000 power. So that's brilliant. We also have this lava generator, which I have absolutely no use for right now, but hey, you never know. So yeah, here's our little building. It's mostly finished. Just some white accents there. This is actually glass. I'm not sure how I feel about this, but I didn't like this on the spruce supports on this top bit. It looked weird. I think this looks weird too. Ooh. Excuse me. I may need to do like a knot. I may need to do a bordered glass of some kind. So maybe I'll take that out and I'll use a chisel on it. We'll see. But we have a platform, and I like how these carpenter. I just like this pattern, and I like it that way. You can't run off it. It's without being too visually intrusive. It's very safe. So I like that. Yeah, but here's the main attraction. This is the applied energistics setup, and I know that this can be really, really confusing. So I'm going to try and explain this in the most unconfusing way possible. So basically, we can come outside and we'll take this from step one, power. You need power to power this thing. So here's the power. It runs there. You can see that's it right there. It comes down underneath. It's all very hidden, nice and secure. There's the transceiver, and we'll look at that again in a second. And this is the energy acceptor, and that's really what's converting the RF into the AE power that applied energistics and the ME storage uses. So there's our transceiver, and there is our energy acceptor. So the transceiver is here just for this. Actually, you know what? I put it here for this, but I don't need it because, to be honest with you, I built it just now and I just woke up. So Yeah, I didn't need to do that. When I had originally set it up, it was white, 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 and Kinama still has his storage as white, white, white. And I believe he should change that because whenever anybody puts a new ender chest, they're going to start collecting some of his stuff. I think I got like some iron. I'll return that to him. I don't know. I think I got some more stuff, but I don't know what. Maybe this. I may have put that in there though. I don't know. But yeah, so Kinama, buddy, I would change that if I were you. So yeah, I put that there for that, but it doesn't really need to be there, I guess. Yeah, I could probably put this thing somewhere else, because, yeah, I don't know. We'll figure that out later. But the power is definitely necessary. It does need to receive power so that way it can get power in the other dimension. So yeah, the power comes into here for the AE storage, and this is the energy acceptor, so it's kind of like a, you know, like those 2-prong to 3-prong adapters. That's pretty much what it does. This basically eliminates the need for me to have a vibration chamber. Those, you know, basically the coal burning stoves that power this. So this basically means I can have my big reactor there with, instead of having 20 RF a tick, I can get 500, 600. And as I start to build the actively cooled system, I'll get even more. So that is beautiful. This is my energy cell, so it's like the capacitor for this mod. And you can see if I use my, what is this tool called? Network tool. If I use my network tool on any of this stuff, it'll show me this, except for that one. That will turn it upside down. See, you can see that it shows the network details. Here's the stored power, so 400 basically, 1,000 RF, and it's using 11 RF per tick, almost 12, and it's at the max, so that's really good. And it's showing redstone flux. I could show it in joules, I could show it in AE power, I could show it in Minecraft joules, energy units, watts, but my RF is pretty much the standard I'm going with right now. Alright, so that's there, and basically whenever you put these, any of these pieces together, it's going to form a network, and the max network size is capped. Kinama's told me a couple times, but I forgot what the actual number is. I think 9? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and I don't know if these actually count, but I'm at 8 right now, so yeah, we're going to need to look into the how we can expand that. So we'll do that in a little while. But yeah, we have a cell workbench. This is here so I can prioritize my drives, which I have 2 of. One in the drive bay, one in the chest. The chest has 1 spot, the drive bay has 2, 4, 10 slots. So that's always awesome. Behind here, this is just a panel. This panel is a block that you can place down. You have to place it on a ME glass cable. You have to place it there. If you place it on top of any of these, it won't network properly. So that's just something I found out. Kinama helped me out with again. You know, he's very helpful. He's doing all the things very quickly. He understands things, gets it, builds it, done. So very cool. I haven't had to use this yet, but he suggested that I do it, so I did, and it's not that expensive. So as I start to get more drives, and I need partitions and priority placed on them for things like cobblestone or dirt or anything like that I want to shove in here, that's going to be very helpful. That we'll come back to. This is the ME chest. This is where, you know, I don't even know if I need an ME chest, to be honest with you. I think if I just had a drive bay, it would work. Or maybe this works like a computer. Let's see, if I take it out, actually. So take that out. And let's store some things here. That's good, so we can pick this up. Can I still? No, I can't. Okay, so I do still need... I do need the chest to activate it. Okay. That's fair enough. Let's put this back in here, and you can see we can activate all of our items. There is a panel on top of here too, but it's not really facing the right direction, so I would much rather have this thing. I also think you can't craft on here. No, you can't. It just works like a chest. So this ME crafting terminal gives you this thing. So basically, if I want to craft an ender chest, for example, this I found out. So obviously, you can press the question mark and it'll show you what the pattern is. But if you shift click on it, it'll actually put anything that's in your inventory into this slot. So with the ME storage, where you can have like all of your items in one place, This is absolutely brilliant. Yeah, I absolutely love this feature. Yeah, so that's what the chest does. Very important. It does have the space for one drive bay. This has more, so with the one case, basically with all these storage cells, and this is where everything actually does get stored, there's two things you need to be aware of, and one is that there's a certain amount of bytes, and for the 1K storage you have basically 1 kilobyte of storage, so 1024 bytes, and I think that's, I don't know exactly how it's calculated. I don't know if that's like by item, so you can have 1024 items or what, but you can also only have 63 types of items, and that is actually the case with all of them. 1K, 4K, 16K, 64K, they can all only hold 63 types of items, but they can hold an increasing amount of those items, I believe. So that's very, very cool. You can see in here it does stack up higher than a stack. See, I have 262 blaze rods right here, and other things I only have 1 of, like these, and 2, 1, but I have lots of these items, and it's really, really awesome. I really, really, really like this, and now that I have it set up and I can kind of see what all the pieces do, it's really cool. So that's the drive bay. This is the inscriber press. I did just build this just so I wouldn't have to bother Kinama. It's not that expensive. I think it's just like inscriber. Come on. Oh, I double clicked it. It's gonna be bugged. Okay, whatever. Yeah, I'll have to restart. But yeah, basically it's not expensive. A couple pistons, and you can do all your work right here. And I don't need to steal his power because I do have plenty. Okay, yeah, the only thing left is this guy. Do I have any of the Certus quartz? Not on me, but I do have some in here. So I got some Certus quartz. Basically what this does is it allows you to spend power, and you can charge your Certus crystals. So you see now this is a charged Certus quartz crystal. If I take this out, so you have another one. So that's really cool because charged Certus quartz is kind of rare in the environment, so this will really be helpful as I make the different things that require a specific version of Certus quartz. So I really, really enjoy this mod. It's really helpful, and I really like the setup that I have so far. It's a little bit awkward being off the floor like this, but I can always raise it up here, you know, put in a full carpenter's block, and it's not a huge deal. So yeah, that's pretty much it. This is pretty much done. I'm gonna maybe add some more stuff. Maybe I'll add a wall in here. I'm not sure I like that hole there, but yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Tell me what you think. Tell me what you think of this building. Tell me how you found the different mods that we talked about today, and I will see you in the next one. So as always, have a great, awesome day. Bye bye.